are tuned in to your dose of positivity. Shout out to all the channel members. If you want to gain further support, join my channel membership. I am Marlene Motivates, and as I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey everyone, it's Marlene of Marlene Motivates. I am your channel for motivation, inspiration, positivity, all of that. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. I love to have you as a fellow motivator over here, and I am always welcoming new channel members. Just hit that join button. So welcome to everybody who's here. Thank you so much for your support. And to those in the replay, you know what I always say, hit that like, and thank you so much for supporting this channel. Okay, see who we have first in. We have Eastad. How are you doing, East? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Almost the weekend, pre-weekend, right? Today I wanted to come to you with a topic that, I only talk about things that is on my heart, or it's something that I've been thinking about, and that's people who are intimidated by your greatness. I know that most people will tend to think that this means like, oh, you're showing off. No, it's something that is very important for us to talk about and to understand, and to not be intimidated by how great another person is or what another person has. We have to understand, why do I feel this way about a certain person? Why does that person make me feel uncomfortable? Why does this person make me feel jealous? And we have to also define, being intimidated. Being intimidated means to be frightened or nervous because of your lack of confidence in the situation. Or I could even go further by saying not having enough confidence in yourself. And that's something that every single woman and every single man has to do for themselves. Every single man and woman has to have their own walk with learning confidence, with learning their own self. And nobody can do that for us but us. So we see people that are, entertainers, people who are quote unquote successful, and you look at them and you're like, why is that happening to them? That question mark. The seeds of jealousy are being dropped. And Unfortunately, this starts from people who don't believe in themselves, that lack of self confidence. And confidence is not something that just happens. You don't just become confident just like that. You gain confidence by doing things. And then you see, I did this, I followed through, and it worked out for me. Believing in yourself is an ongoing thing, it's an action thing. You do things to prove to yourself who you are. Knowing your worth is so important, and there's nobody that can give you that gift. You have to give yourself the gift of confidence. You have to give yourself the gift of friendship. And you have to also stop looking at other people and wondering what they're doing. That's usually the biggest result of why people get intimidated by the greatness of other people, is because they're so busy watching other people, judging other people, being jealous of what they have, instead of us looking inside of ourselves and look, going for our own life, going for our own gifts, doing what we need to do for us. And unfortunately, some people, they don't have enough love for themselves. When people are intimidated by the greatness that is inside of you, it's because of the the positivity you exude, your confidence, your bright light, the fact that you don't care much what other people think. That doesn't bother you. People get intimidated by that because they don't love themselves enough. And more people need to work on themselves, learning to know themselves, learning to love themselves, and not worrying about what other people are doing, what other people are liking. Everybody get into yourself, like your own energy, your own vibration, and work on yourself. Nobody can make you love yourself but you. Hey, Narc Slayer Speaks TV, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Thursday. Nobody can give you confidence. Absolutely nobody. It's something that we have to do for ourselves. We have to keep working on ourselves. And it's not something that we say we love ourselves and it's a one for all time deal. No, we have to do this continually. It's in the decisions that you make, it's the people you surround yourself by, it's that positive self talk. And that's the reason why you can continue to be confident and go after things. People can say all day long that they love themselves, but then they lack the consistency. They lack when something happens to you, when somebody tries to come against you, they immediately get upset. No, at all times, a person who knows their greatness is confident and knows what is mine and what is yours. We can always see when somebody is trying to put off their drama. They're trying to drop their baggage on you. You don't want other people's baggage. We know it, we realize it, and we give it back to other people. So don't be intimidated by the greatness of others. We have to work on ourselves. Intimidated by others' greatness, they usually don't have a life. They have absolutely nothing going on. Nothing. They have nothing going on in their life. They sit around, watch people. We see them all the time. They sit outside and they just watch everybody and their life. Most of the time, they hang around outside, looking around, smoking, being lazy, drinking. They have no life. They have nothing that they are getting into. They're not goal driven. They're not results driven. And I feel sorry for these type of people because they just are going through life, but they're not enjoying their life. They haven't been introduced to peace and having some sort of goal, getting a direction. Some people, even though they can be an adult, they are so lost. They have never found themselves. So what they do is they go through life and they try their best to make other people feel bad about themselves. They try to, nitpick and get under other people's skin, complain about other people, try to get other people in trouble, try to harm other people. They try to bounce off all of their negative energy because they have not worked on themselves. See, until you work on your own issues, you're always going to be looking at other people and evaluating yourself based on what other people are doing. No, we don't do that over here, motivators. We have our own life. We know ourselves. We love ourselves. We know how to be our own friend. So, get a life. Some people definitely have to get a life and get out of other people's business. I remember hearing it from I was a little child. Stop poking your nose in other people's business. James, James in the house. How are you doing? How are you doing? I really appreciate your support, James. Thank you so much for coming in. Narc says, happy Thursday. I'm receiving this message as I'm going through something right now. Blessings to you, sister. Yes, I hope everything works out for you, and I'm sure that it will. And we have Sirius in the building. How are you doing, Sirius? I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Everybody hit the like. I really appreciate it. I'm doing awesome, James. Thank you. And we have Wellness with Frugal Mama in the building. How are you doing, Wellness? Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate everybody's support. And we all know the people, right, that don't have a life, always in everybody's business, always telling other people what to do, and they're not doing anything. All they do is, we know those people, they try to ride on the coattails of other people's success. It's the people who are your friends, quote unquote. They say they're your friend. They don't do anything to prove their friendship, right? But they just always keep going, and doing some things, right? But that's just how it is. Oh, thank you so much, Sirius. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kindness. And you know what we got to do now? When the super chat hits, let's put up and play. Let's bring Panda in the building. When the super chat hits, thank you so much, Sirius. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yes, everybody welcome each other, and to all my mods that are in the building, if there's somebody and they're a content creator, feel free to drop their link in here. I always believe in cross support. Yes, actions speak louder than words in any relationship. It really does. It can't just be one-sided. I got tired of that from maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, when I identify that I'm the only one putting in the work, when I see that I'm the only one, either calling or I feel used, you got to go. You got to go. Don't let people use you, everybody. Just a reminder, don't be used. And we have Rachel in the building. How are you doing, Rachel? Welcome in. Thank you so much. How was your day? Happy Thursday to you. Let me get back to this. Okay. I just put that up. Okay. Okay. I just did this one. They don't have a life. Here comes the next one, everybody. Most of the time, people who are intimidated by your greatness, they have not taken the time to evaluate what they can do. They're so busy looking at what they can't. They're so busy being worried about what other people are doing that they're wasting their own life. They're wasting their skills. They're wasting their mindset. Their energy is dark. They're, just messed up. They're just messed up. There's some people that they allow themselves to be so consumed in other people's business, so jealous, so mean, so angry about what other people can do, what they're doing with their life, that they stop their own. And their whole life becomes centered on and focused on displeasing other people or taking people's lives apart. Why are they doing this and why they get that? And they think they're this and they're ugly. When What does that say about them as a person? What does it say about you as a human being if you think you have the right to judge another person? I always say what goes around comes around. What you do in the dark will always come to the light, and nobody can hide from it. I don't care what anybody else says. What you do to other people, you always will get it back. It may not happen immediately, but it will come in time. And I have seen the things that people have done when it comes back to them and they get that, you know, that come around, that boomerang. Boy, the things that happen to them is worse than what they have done to the person that they've hurt. So be careful when you think that you know other people's business, or you think that you can do things to other people and get away with it. Careful. Stop worrying about other people's gifts and get into your own. Stop evaluating what other people are doing in their life. Stop trying to highlight the imperfections of other people and look at your own. I am so busy working on fixing me and working on the gifts and my talents that God has given me. I'm too busy in my own lane to have time to look to the left or the right or behind me about what other people are thinking and who likes me and what do they determine and this and that. And I'm just so over people who are trying to evaluate me from my past. I am not my past. Maybe you can stay in the past if you want to, but people don't know anything about maturity and growth and light and confidence. And one thing that people will never understand is when God puts his light on you, when he puts his spirit on you, when he is saying, this gift, this blessing is for this person. See, a lot of people don't understand it. They don't like it. People don't like it when you are using your gifts. And I recommend more people work on your gifts, work on yourself, get to know you, shine your own light brightly. There's enough out there for everybody to shine without it taking away from another person. Everybody can shine. When you brighten your light, that's not going to stop me. But a lot of people, when your light is shining so brightly, people don't like it. They put on their shades and they throw shade. How about that one? They throw some shade, don't they? Let's see what I missed. I see a lot of comments here. Thank you so much. Check my Cash App. Thank you so much, Sirius. I'm going to check right now. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Sirius. I don't have a Cash App song, but I can play the super chat song again. Thank you so much, Sirius. When the super chat hits or when the Cash App hits, cha-ching. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sirius. I really appreciate it. Let me go back to the comment section. Okay. What else did I miss? Yes, what's really good, East? What's really good? Narc says 100. Keep it 100 with people. And I think that's what the problem with a lot of people is. There's nothing wrong if you don't get along with people. Sometimes we outgrow relationships with people. It's nothing wrong with moving on. If somebody is not your vibe, if somebody is moving away that you don't like, it's nothing wrong with moving on and leaving people alone. But you don't have to be around people and be phony. You don't have to be around people and giving them looks, talking about them behind their back. Be mature enough to say, we agree to disagree. It is what it is, and it's time to move on. And thank you for the times that we have. That's maturity. Don't don't do that, everybody. It's time to elevate. It is. It's time to elevate and do better. Blessings to you, Nate. How are you doing? Happy Thursday. It's time to do better, everybody. We're too grown to be over here fighting and arguing and no, 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 no. Amen. My I stopped counting my blessings and pouring to you. Yes. Yes. You have to pour into yourself. You can't wait for other people to pour into you. Yes. They throw shade because they're jealous. They don't know who they are. They really don't. Yes. And I feel sorry for people. It must be very miserable to be in that state of being, of just being, that you have to constantly looking and watching. I always rather be the driver than to be a person in the, what is it called? The co-pilot. No, I don't want to be no co-pilot. I want to be able to walk, ride, drive, push forward my own goals instead of the thing that I don't understand is people who will look at your goals, tell you they're stupid, tell you that it will never work, and then they go and try to do it. Have you ever seen that? I'm like, man, that's wild. I was like, I thought you just said that that was stupid, and now I see you over here doing it. Or they'll tell you it doesn't work because what the reality of it is, they don't want it to work for you. They don't want it to work for you. They don't want you to rise. And I find it to be so sad that grown women and grown men can't see another person elevate. They're never happy for other people. They don't know how to celebrate themselves, so they cannot celebrate another person. Okay, where am I? I just did that one. Okay. Have not took the time to evaluate what they can and not what they can. I think I just did that one. So let's go to this next point. People are intimidated by your greatness because they fear growth. There are some people who want to stay in the same mode their whole life. They never want to elevate. They never want to grow. Okay. They never want to elevate. They never want to grow. They always want to. It's those people who want to keep you down. They want to keep you under their thumb, or they want to keep you under their feet, or as long as they can use you, or as long as you're doing the same as them. But the moment that you start doing better, you start succeeding, or you stop doing the things that you used to do, the things that are low vibrational, the things that are weak-minded. And then when you start doing positive things, encouraging things, sometimes that upstages other people, makes them feel bad because of what they're doing. And sometimes people fear that growth, not only because they can't do it, they don't want to do it. There are some people, they could do some great things. I've seen some people who are geniuses. They have a wonderful mind, but they just don't have the drive. They're just not encouraged. They need a boost. They need some motivation. They fear growth. They fear change. They don't want to change. And because they see you changing, they see you winning at life, they see you not being the person that you used to be, they don't like that. A lot of people don't like what they can't control. When somebody can't control your mind, now they hate you. I'm telling you that thing, it's a thin line between love and hate. It really is. People can like you one day and hate you the next. They'll like you as long as you are doing for them. I've seen people, as long as you're giving them money, you give them your time, you're able to drop them off, give them a ride, take them out, buy them gifts, do this and do that. Once you're in that mode of doing for them, they like you. In fact, they'll tell you that they love you. The moment that you stop, next thing you'll be hearing, I hate you, I can't stand you, you think you're better, and this and that. People don't like it when you mature. People don't like when you see their toxicity. People don't like when you call them out. It's not that you're not telling the truth. It's just that truth highlights It highlights everything that they are. When you expose people, they hate you. They, they don't hate they don't hate the truth. They hate that other people now know the truth about them. You probably have always known, but once you start talking about it and saying you need to do better, why do you do this? Why do you do that? Now you are their enemy. You become enemy of a person that won't fall for the garbage, the rubbish, the foolishness, the intimidation tactics, the mind games. I said that a long time ago. I don't deal with the mind games things from anybody in romantic relationship, with friends, with relative. I don't care who you are. Just put it out on the table and it is what it is. I'm all grown over here. I don't need people, what do you call it? Pussyfooting, don't even know how to come at you. Come at people the right way all the time. Tell people what it is. Don't be afraid to be upfront with people. Let people know exactly who you are, what you stand for, what you believe in, what your values. I think that's the biggest issue with most people. They don't have values these days. I'm not ashamed to say I have values. I'm not ashamed to say I respect myself. I'm not ashamed of that. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm not going to step on another brother or sister in order to elevate myself. See, I want to be elevated when God wants to elevate me. I want to be elevated when I worked hard and I put my nose to the grindstone and worked for every single thing that I wanted. I want that growth because I worked for that growth, because I deserve the growth, and because the spirit realm says you've been faithful, you've been loyal, you've been consistent, you've done everything that you need to do. So here you go. Here's your gift. Here's your blessing. But people coming out the side, looking at you, giving you a side eye, talking about you, not only behind your back, but in your face, they're smiling with you. These are the ones that I don't understand. I don't understand people who are hypocritical. If you don't like me, stay away from me, period. I'd rather somebody just distance himself from me and it's like, it's cool. Okay. We're not cool anymore. It's all right. That's what a grown up does. But the ones that the fakers, the drama people, the hypocrites, the backstabbers, no. Don't let other people be intimidated by your growth. And to all my motivators that I'm speaking to right now with this on time message, don't let anybody stop you from growing. Don't let the talking, the liking, the likability, the not liking you stop you from doing what you feel inside. When you feel drawn to do something, when you're ready for a change in your life, go for it. Don't hold back. Don't fear. Okay. We get scared sometimes because something is new, but trust me, you take one step. You're not going to go that one step alone. There's always going to be the spirit. There's always prayer. There's always friendship, affirmations, reaching out, getting accountability partners, but don't be afraid to grow up. See, maturity is there for those who actually want it. See, and I had to be the woman to say, I don't always know. I don't always understand. I'm not always going to have the support, but that does not matter to me. What matters to me is using my life to grow, to mature, to give back, to teach, to heal. See, we're not doing that anymore. Playing the mind games, doing the drama stuff. No, we don't do those things anymore. We come at people the right way and the real way. Come at people correct. Okay? We're cool. We're not cool. You like me. You don't like me. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. See, I'm only looking for people who are on the same side, that they can be real. And if I do something and I offend somebody, I'm grown enough to say, oh yeah, I did that. I can own my own mess. I'm accountable for my own self. I make mistakes. I do wrong. I can be bitter. I can be nasty. I can be all of those things because I know myself. I'm not afraid to apologize when I'm wrong. I'm not afraid of it. See, I welcome growth. Growth helps me to elevate and to get to the next level where I'm supposed to be. So don't fear growth, everybody. Don't fear it. Welcome it. Welcome it. Mhm. Welcome it. Let's see what I missed. I know I missed some comments. I know I missed some comments. Okay. Okay. Say it again, Marlene. They throw shade because they're jealous. Okay. I know I read that one. Yes, everybody hit the like button. Thank you guys so much for your support. Exactly, serious. Yeah, that nasty competition spirit. And I never get that. I never understand competition. I really, really don't understand competition because what one person is competing for. Have you ever seen sometimes you're striving to get something somebody else has, and then when you get it, you don't even want it, and you're like, "What? Why did I waste my time, my effort, my money trying to get something that I don't even want?" See, y'all go and get what is meant to be for you. Really think about it. Is this something that I like, or is something that I'm desiring to have because I want to please other people? I want to make somebody else happy. Okay? I want other people to look at me and be envious and say, "Oh yeah, look what they have." That's not worth it, y'all. It's not worth it. Have things because it is your time to get those things, because it's time for you to receive that blessing because you worked hard, you put in the work, you've done it, and it's time for you to receive the fruitage of your labor. Yes, East, definitely have seen it. Tell him, Marlene, you are the pilot of your life and in control of your destination. Yes, James. Amen to that. Hey, Real Talk, Mr. Prince. How are you doing? Yes, it's a reflection of their weaknesses and not a reflection of you. They are showing their insecurities. That part, serious. That's the thing that I never understand. People think like, and that people will be big mad with you, talking about you, and you're saying to yourself, what have I done to them? And I don't know who will resonate with this, but sometimes you'll bend yourself over backwards helping people, and then those same people will turn around and talk about I can't stand them and all kinds of things. Like people will just switch on you, and you'll be like, wait a minute, didn't I just do this and this for them, and now you backstab me? Interesting. I find it to be very interesting. I don't comment. I just delete people's phone number or block them or whatever it is. Protect your peace, everybody. When you're walking in line, trying your best to be great to the greatest of your ability, you can't waste your time, your effort, your energy on people who are weak-minded, on people who have some mental issues. Let's just be honest, everybody. Not everybody is operating on a full deck of cards. Not everybody, the elevator does not go to the top floor, okay? It really doesn't. So it's all of that. So true, Marlene. They are people who are so insecure that they hold themselves, they can't hold themselves accountable. They can't. I'm not built like that. I don't go from love to hate that rapidly. Yeah, East, but I'm talking about the people who don't know themselves, don't love themselves. And I'm grateful for the people who, aren't that way. But there are a lot of people, and they will be wolves in sheep's clothing. Let me tell you, it's the people that you never think don't like you are the main ones to be right in front of your face. The ones talk about they're your best friend, they love you, even your own relatives. It could even be a person that you're in a romantic relationship that they can hate you. Be careful of the people who say that they support and love you. Pay attention, keep your eyes on them, okay? And pay attention to your spirit. When your spirit tells you something is off about a person, pay attention, okay? Hey, Robert, how are you doing? Welcome. I hope all is well. right? I'm very upfront and I have integrity. That's what I'm saying, Nark. I usually, one thing about me, and I'm so grateful that I'm finally in that space. I have not always been. I have matured and grown into this space to where if something isn't right for me, I know how to walk away. And I know how to walk away without, I don't have to throw shade. I don't have to say anything mean. I don't have to say anything away, anything back to them. If I'm not getting along with something, so I could feel people taking my energy, my power from me, or it just makes me feel like that's not what I believe in. That's not what I agree with. I know how to, agree to disagree and move on. Yeah. Hey, Tamika, how are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Happy Thursday to you. Welcome in. Thank you so much, Sirius, for dropping the links. I really do appreciate it. Yes, stay away and get the heck on. Period, 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 period on this. Definitely, definitely. You wish you could like it more than once. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Let's see. What did I miss? What did I miss? I think I just saw Miss Kim's Bling Bar and More. How are you doing, Miss Kim? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. How are you doing today? Yes, just don't answer the phone. That's one thing, Robert, that I found that just because a person calls you don't mean you have to call them back. And have you ever seen it? It's using people that they are only calling you only when they want something or only when they want to vent. When things are going good, they never call you. They never say, hey, I'm in such a great space right now. Can I do something for you? I have an extra 5, 10, 15, $20. I just wanted to bless you. I know it's not much. It's not about how big of a gift that you give to other people. It's just that you want to give something. You want to give back. You want to do a kind or nice deed. Even a little bit, a token gift really shows that you support other people. But if people are willing even to give you a little bit, stay away from those people. Yes, pay attention. Pay attention. I always listen to my intuition. It never failed me about people. Yeah, when something doesn't feel right or when somebody doesn't feel right, I stay away. Definitely, definitely. Yes, hit the like button and share it out. Yes, and energy vampires, they will suck the life out of you. They will suck the life out of you. They will take all of your money. And then after, they take everything from you. I call them leeches. When they suck all of the life out of you, when they've taken everything that they can take, when they break you all the way down, then they walk away to their next victim. Let's not be gullible. When you see something is not right about people, leave them alone. I'm telling you, leave them alone. They only want to kick you when you are down. Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Kim. I really appreciate it. It's two types of people in the world, givers and takers. And that's why we have to identify it. And, when we see something, like, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. I got one more point after this, everybody. Okay. So, people who are intimidated by your greatness, someone who knows their abilities and uses them, doesn't mind helping and supporting others. So in the beginning, we were talking about people who didn't use their gifts, they didn't use their talents. Now we're talking about the ones that actually know their worth, usually directed to you motivators, because I know you're here for a reason. You're here for motivation, inspiration, positivity, mindset shifting. So the ones that really know their abilities, you are constantly seeking, how can I improve? How can I be better? How can I be more positive? How can I do more for me? and you're also open to giving back and supporting and loving others. But the difference is now we know about our energy source. We know when to plug in our into the outlet and say, I need to get charged up. We know when we need our rest. We know when people are using us. So you have to be cognizant of all of that, but we have to be someone who knows their abilities. And I want to say that each and every one of you in the sound of my voice know that you have an ability. Every single person has a talent. Every single person has a gift. Use them. Use the gifts that you have. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be fearful. And once you're in that zone to where you're working on yourself, you do have to shut out everybody else. I call it the white noise. I have to get very silent. I have to get in my meditative zone to where I'm focusing, okay, what am I doing? And what's next? And how am I going to get there? That's when you ask yourself questions. And that's when you are in that mode of walking in silence. It's nothing wrong with giving back and supporting and loving people and all of that, but you have to pour back into yourself, because a lot of times we will fill up everybody else's cup, your children, a person you're in a relationship with, friends, relatives, everybody, the job. You're giving and pouring out. I'm giving, 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 giving. But what about yourself? Then you get to zero. One thing that I have learned in the past maybe 6 to 8 months is that I have to fill my cup up first. And it means like in the morning, I always have some period of time when I wake up and before I go to bed that is just for me. And nobody can have that time. Nobody is getting my me time. It's my 30 minutes before everybody wakes up and my 30 minutes when everybody has gone to bed, where I think about me and I reflect and I am prayerful and I stay in that gratitude. And that's when I encourage myself. Sometimes I even cry because I feel frustrated because I don't know what's next. But everybody needs to have those times to where they reflect on their gifts and their talents. This is your time to encourage yourself. There is nobody who is going to encourage you like you can. There's nobody who knows you like you do. So you know your past, you know what you've been through, you know the hills, you know the valleys. Other people don't know that, and other people don't care. People will try to ride on the coattails of your success, or there are people who will never support you in your growth period, in your time where you're making changes, where you don't have a lot and you need that encouragement, you need that support, someone to hold your hands or a shoulder to lean on. They're not there then. But when you make it, then they'll be the first ones to say, that's my sister, my auntie, my cousin, my friend. Oh yeah, I always knew that they could do it. I always knew, oh yeah, girl, yeah, oh yeah, that's my best friend, that's my daddy, that's my this. Where were you when I was in my growing stage? Don't worry about those people. You have to leave those people alone. You got to know your own worth. You got to know that from inside. That's why I always speak about strengthening your why. From in here, it has to be in here. We have to look at our own self. We have to get quiet with ourselves and reflect. Who am I? Am I treating myself well? Am I doing the things that I need to do for me? Not for all these people in our life, for me. Am I filling up my cup? Do I take care of myself well? Am I planning? Am I doing all of those things? Am I focused? Or have I got distracted? I can be honest. A lot of times I get distracted from the easiest things. I get distracted. I get discouraged. Just because I motivate others doesn't mean I don't lack motivation. There's a lot of times I don't want to make content. I don't want to do certain things. I don't want to go after my dreams. I don't want to do things for my business. I don't feel like being there for other people, but I do. And every time I give back, every time that I do for others, I get filled up in a major way. So make sure while you're giving back and loving on others and helping others to elevate, You're helping your own self to elevate. You're encouraging your own self. You're believing in your own light. Yeah, every single one of us has a light from within. Make sure you're working on strengthening your own light, working on your own talents and using them. I feel that there's somebody who needs to hear this message. Use your gifts. It may be a period of time where you have separated yourself from your gifts because of the things that you're going through, because of people in your life, because of financial situations, because of your health, because of a breakup, or because of people who have left your life because of grief. A lot of things can stop us from using our gifts because life happens when life is lifing, right? We can't stop that part. But all we have to do is just forgive ourselves and say, I forgive you. I forgive you for when you didn't do what you need to, but it's okay. And I pat myself on the back and I give myself a pep talk. I know you just went through something difficult, but it's time to move past that. It's time to stand up. It's time to get strong. It's time to get focused. It's time to get energized. It's time to believe in your light. And it's time to go after your dreams. So I'm speaking to somebody, I believe, go after your dreams. Other people don't know what you're going through. And I know that there is somebody who is going through something right now so heavy and so deep. But I encourage you with this message, don't let life get you down. When life gets tough, when the tough gets going, or when people leave your life, this is when you work on you. Remember, you're your own friend. You're your own gift, but you got to believe it. I hear people say all the time, I'm so lonely. Impossible. It's impossible to be lonely. Well, you can't be lonely when you have your own self as a friend. Keep busy. Keep busy. Go have some fun. Go and do things that fills up your day, that fills up your cup, that makes you feel happy. Stop being at home alone, being around people who pull and take from you. You got to have something outside of your children and a person you're in a relationship. You got to have something that's just for you. I had to learn that. I'm speaking from experience. You have to have something that is just for you. You're not sharing it with anybody. This is what I do. This is my hobby. This is something that recharges me. For me, is going for a walk, going to the gym, going to the beach, giving back, doing things for the elderly and the special needs and the homeless. Yeah, and also domestic violence shelters. It's doing those things. When I give back to other people, I feel my cup filled up, because I know that I've moved past and I've grown past certain things. And I remember when I was in certain situations. Whew, I remember when I was in certain situations and I felt like I was in a dark space and I would never get through that period of time in my life. Sometimes when you feel like you're down that rabbit hole, when your life has spiraled out of control and there's nobody who is there, when you feel like it's just you, but it's not true. It's not true. Remember, God never leaves us. We leave God. Friends may leave you, but God never does. And remember, you never leave yourself. You never leave yourself. Amen. Let's see what I missed. Let's see what I missed. Thank you so much, Sirius. I appreciate it. No problem, Miss Kim. I love my necklace. Yes, she does. Hey, Shay, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see what else I missed. Thank you so much. And I have one more point, and then I'm going to put the link here in the chat for anybody who would like to add to this discussion. Okay, so I'll put the link in here, and Here is my last point. We're going to be talking about how important it is to the people who are jealous. I find it to be, oh boy, I can feel the tears coming. People have no idea the things that you go through or the things that you're currently going through. People have no idea. People have no idea the things that you go through, that you're battling on a day-to-day basis. And yet they have the nerve to be jealous. And I always say to myself, like, you're jealous of this life? You're jealous of this life? I was like, where were you when I was in the tunnel? Where were you when I had nothing? Thank you so much, Robert. Appreciate it. Where were you? Where were you when I was in the tunnel? Where were you when I had nothing? Where were you when I didn't have two nickels to rub together? Where were you? They weren't. That's the thing. People look at you when you've elevated. People look at you when you've worked on yourself, when you've worked hard, you know, when you've accomplished things in your business, when you stayed consistent, and you deserve to get those things because you've worked hard, not only in business, but in life, and also maturing, you know, learning to let things go. Okay. You learn to let things go. Yeah. All of that. All of that. And I just want to say, you know, people just don't understand. It's very low vibrational for the people who are jealous of your worth, of your worth and your power. But leave those people alone and keep working on your own light. So I put the link in there for if anybody wants something, they have something to say and they want to, and they want to encourage somebody. I always say that you never know the story of another person. You really don't. You don't know somebody's story. You don't know somebody's story. You don't know what a person is dealing with. A person could have just been homeless. A person could have just, you know, lost a loved one. I remember not that long ago, about a year and a half, I remember the day I lost my brother. And then somebody had the nerve to, you know, say something slick out of their mouth. You never know what somebody is going through and just dealt with. What does it take from you as a person to be kind? It takes nothing. It takes nothing. It costs you nothing to be kind. It costs you nothing to be understanding. It costs you nothing to be patient. But yet people are intimidated by your greatness. We can't do anything about a person who is weak-minded. We can't. We can't do anything about a person who's weak-minded. We can't make people grow. Can't make people grow up. We can't make people love us. Can't make people do the right thing. Can't make people do the truth, tell the truth. Can't make people be honest. We can't do that. But we have to be in control of ourselves. You got to be in control of your light. Everybody protect your light, protect your energy. Don't allow everybody to be in your personal space and your personal bubble. Don't do it. Only the people, let certain people into your private bubble and space that have built themselves as a reputation of your loyalty. Yes, a reputation of loyalty. And that takes time. You got to have to put some skin in the game, right? They got to put some skin in the game to prove that they are worth being there. Okay. Yeah. So just don't easily, people throw out the word friend. That's my friend. But what have they done to prove that they're your friend? Show it by actions, everybody. Yeah. Marlene, those are tears. I've made it through the trenches to live to tell my story. Thank you so much, Sirius. And I have. One day, I'm going to do, one day, when it gets released, it gets released. And then I'll do something special for my members. But yeah, Marlene, you're definitely speaking loud today in your normal voice. Yes, I try my best. I'm just me, Eastad. I'm just me. That's all I can be. So if nobody wants to hit the link and have anything to say, add to this discussion, you guys just keep being great. Keep being yourself. Keep working on yourself, loving you, forgiving you. Be great. Know your worth. Know you're deserving. Know you are somebody, and show by your actions. Forget the low vibrational people. Forget them. They don't know you. They don't love you. They don't care. So don't waste your energy on them. Forget about them. Forget about them. Walk away from them. Okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the show today. I appreciate every single one of you support. Keep your head up, every single one of you. Continue to be great. Know your worth. Know your power and your light. You have a light from within. Shine it. Shine it brightly. Yes, everybody. Yes, Sirius, you are enough. I am enough. And you know what I always say over here, Marlene Motivates? Just know it. Just breathe it. And be it. And live your best life. I'm going to do a video on the reason why that is my channel saying. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a video about that. And for those who have not been watching, every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I put up the Motivated Daily, where I talk about a motivational topic. Tune into that. It's uploaded every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 days a week. I'm putting in a lot of work into that, so I hope you guys will start watching those and stay tuned. Tomorrow, I'm not sure the time. I'm going to do a pop-up live. Not sure the time, but I always want to give back to you guys because I want you all to continue to be motivated, encouraged, know who you are, and stay away from people who have that negative energy, the ones that use you. Know your worth, everybody. I'm Marlene. I'm the content creator for Marlene Motivates. And on this channel, I speak about motivation, inspiration, and positivity. If you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. Become a part of the Motivators family. We welcome, we encourage, and we support. I'll see you guys tomorrow at some point, and tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Motivated Daily. Bye-bye, guys.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh.